So this is part two of my video about what did Europe ruin the world. Now, just before I get started with my points for this video, the truth of the matter is that when it comes to answering this question, uh, or I should say this question about did Europe ruin the world, I just want to make this clear. I am not a racist, as I've already clearly stated. I'm just stating the facts of the truth of the matter about the state of the world and all that stuff. I'm just putting this out there because I don't want people to get the wrong idea and actually think the wrong things and this and that. I'm just going to continue on with this point because when you speak the truth of the matter is the truth is not subjective. It has no pals or buddies. It's not opinionated. This is my perspective. This is your perspective. The truth is the truth. And the truth of the matter is, this simply put it, what I was discussing just now, is human history and recent history, more precisely to be stated. So these are the facts I presented, of course, for the previous video. So I just put this information out there as an interesting hypothetical question. So now the question, of course, for anyone who, of course, who's smart and just in general not dumb, obviously becomes what can we do to focus on the future. Now, this is actually a good question though, because the simple answer to the question is that when it comes to the future is simply put it up to you. Now, when it comes to the black community or any community of people that have historically been discriminated against and mistreated really badly, such as us alongside us, such as Native Americans or even Australian Aborigines, which they tend to go quite ignored quite often, or any group that has been historically oppressed. The truth of the matter is that we can, as a community, we can, as as communities of people who have been oppressed severely, truth of the matter is sink towards a future. Because sinking towards a past and saying this happened, that happened, blah 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 blah, and using that as an excuse for why I'm not doing anything is not going to do any good. If anything, it's going to make it worse and waste your time. Because truth be told, we live in some of the softest times possible in human history, which is good because you don't have to be a hard ass, or something like that to survive like you did in the past. You had to be very physically strong, you had to know how to use a weapon and all that stuff. You can actually do quite a lot of really good things nowadays in the comfort of your own home that people in the past could only dream of. You can make a video on your smartphone where you got for free because of a sponsorship and be able to make a video that literally millions of people across the world have watched. So, truth be told, you can't say it's like the past, whether you're black or Native American or anything like that. That stuff is a past. Let's think towards the future when it comes to progressing. So, you shouldn't use the past as an excuse when it comes to this question. But, truth be told, we can move towards the future. We can move on and make our contributions because there's still a lot of things that could be invented and be invented that haven't been invented yet. There's quite a few things, whether it could be more advanced space travel methods to send us to other planets outside of our planet, maybe medicines that could treat really bad diseases, whether it could be, I don't even know. It could even possibly be methods of creating better energy and stuff, not to mention the fact that every community has contributed in some way as it is already. But Native Americans, well, guess what? All the food you pretty much eat is based off of Native American food. Not even just for North America, but for all the world. Do you like maple syrup? Do you like potatoes? Do you like tomatoes? Do you like corn? That's based off of native Aboriginal food. So you can't just say, oh, well, they haven't done anything. They've done quite a bit, not to mention they created those ideas anyway. Corn at one point was just a grain. So they've made their contribution. Black people have made their contribution. Maybe not the Egyptians, but Nubians were some of the first worlds of black civilization that did things that changed the world forever. Truth be told. It even saved Israel from being conquered by the Assyrians. Not to mention a lot of music we have today is based off of black culture or black traditional drum beats and stuff. From Latin America all the way to America. There's a lot of things that we've actually contributed, that we have contributed to society as well, to be quite blunt with you. So, truth be told, there's a lot of things we have contributed aside from just simply saying rap and sports. Precisely those particular two things. We've contributed things that overall have had an influence on the world. So, truth be told, we have done a lot of things. So we can't feel like there's nothing before. But at the same time, we can also think towards the future and progress and do more things. Because truth be told, the world is not in a good state right now. We need more visionaries and leaders. And who knows, maybe the person who finds a way to create the electric car might be a black person, for all you know. So truth be told, you have to think towards the future. And intelligence, this is what a lot of people get wrong about intelligence. Intelligence comes down simply to two main things. Creativity, like your creative idea you have in your head, whether it could be an idea in general for something, or it could even just simply be a creative idea for how to solve a problem. Like electric car, you can't say that's your idea, but you can say, I have a creative idea for how to fix it, or I should say, for how to create an electric car. Truth be told, and creativity is something that's based on an individual. Now, when it comes to logic, truth be told, all logic, or literally any skill you can imagine, comes down to two main fundamental things: writing and mathematics. Writing and mathematics, pretty much. If you can write and you can understand basic math, which even if you go into more complex forms of math and all that type of stuff, it's all fundamentally based off the same fundamental mathematics. Even if you do a huge amount of equations like the scientists and stuff do, it's still based off the four fundamental ones: multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. Those four main things. If you can understand, or just in general more precisely comprehend those things, then you can become good at those skills. And if you put enough time and effort into them, you can become good at them. So there's no excuses. All this stuff about only white people can do that is simply unfounded and untrue. Those things are a myth, and it's quite a huge fallacy that has been going on for quite some time. Truth be told. So this is what I have to say, and you can use this knowledge to help you think towards the future and developing new things, making things better, instead of just simply dwelling on the past. Europeans did this, Europeans did that, and all that type of stuff. This is about the future, not about the past. So this is my video. This is all I have to say. If you like this video and videos like this, remember to hit the subscribe button and thumbs us up. And this is all I have to say. Later.